one that I can fully get behind. I feel like that it's kind of adjacent to Men. It's a movie that explores a lot of human workings and sort of unpacking them in a abstract way. I put on Under the Skin on my list.
Ooh,
because
yeah.
I feel like that one, it's a different tone. It's not really like psychedelic as we've been discussing thus far, and really pushing things to like a visual extreme. It's more of this feeling that it elicits, because the movie is basically from the point of view of. It's not a spoiler to say that she's not human, right?
I think it's clear from the beginning.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, it's like it's actually kind of similar to The Man Who Fell to Earth. If you've ever, well, I know you've seen that, but
I
basically
love that movie. That's one of my favorite sci-fi movies.
Yeah, it's basically like a horror movie version of The Man Who Fell to Earth, because it's like an alien on Earth approximating human behavior and trying to, I guess, learn about human behavior. Through her eyes, everything just seems so strange and confusing and just kind of lacking this logic, and has this sort of coldness to it. And I don't know. It's a hard movie to really put into words, really, because it is so alien.
Yeah, it's like Lost in Translation without Bill Murray.
There you go. Yeah. It definitely has like a strong cult following. I'm pretty sure, and it's one I was really blown away by it when I first saw it, and I revisited it a few times, and I feel the same way about it as when I first saw it, of just coming out of the theater like I've never seen anything like that before, and how it made me feel, where it took me, what it made me reflect on. The tone of it is completely unique. Like, I compared it to Nick Rogue, but it's not even really like Nick Rogue. It's something else, really. It's not really like an ambitious movie in the sense of the scale. It's mostly just kind of like a series of these night drives that Scarlett Johansson goes on and picks up these men off the side of some random street in the middle of the night in, I think, Glasgow, and just kind of having conversations with these men and kind of seducing them and making them emotionally vulnerable. So then, I won't spoil it, but it's so bizarre, and it's so disturbing. And that repetition of events, of those recurring nights and these different conversations and people that she picks up, it really, really sticks with you. And it's a movie that's always just had a really present space in my brain, because of how it made me feel.
And those sequences, what happens to the men that she picks up, I don't know where that came from, how Jonathan Glazer was able to conceive, or even really how he filmed some of that stuff. But it's so visionary and so original. That's another rare thing to encounter in a movie, where you see something and you actually think to yourself, I've never seen this before. I've never seen anything like this before. That's always a really exciting thing to feel when you see a movie like that. Even something that's as disturbing as that, there is still an exhilaration that comes with it, where you're just like, wow, this is something new. This is something really different. And you don't encounter that a lot.